Republicans are trying to rally the party around a plan to challenge President Obama's executive action on immigration. But even if the GOP does unite and challenges the president on that score, there is still his presidential veto. So how is this immigration fight going to unfold? Jillian Melcher is a writer for the National Review. Richard Fowler is host of The Richard Fowler Show. Welcome to both of you.
Thanks for having me.
Jillian, just overall, what do you think about the strategy here? I mean, which side, the president or the Republicans in Congress, are winning the strategy battle here?
Well, I think there's no question it's the Democrats that are winning this right now. I mean, the executive action was a pretty politically sly move. If you look at what it actually does for immigrants, it's not getting them a green card, not putting them on a path to immigration. This is a temporary measure. But it really plays on sort of the party divisions of Republicans on immigration. This is a really controversial issue. And now we've got them talking about the legality of an executive action rather than working to pass lasting, effective immigration reform.
Richard, the president famously said time and time again he didn't have the power to do this, and then he did it. So how does he justify it?
Well, here's the thing, and I think Jillian's right. This is not immigration reform. This is a small fix on a larger problem. But the president had to act. He's waited so long for Congress to do something. As millions and millions of Americans live in the shadows, this president had to act, and that's exactly what he did. And if Senator Jeff Sessions and others in the Senate and the House want to play this game of Russian roulette with our homeland security after what we saw happen in Paris, they're making a really, really bad mistake. Whether you agree with immigration reform or not, shutting down the Department of Homeland Security is not an answer.
Well, but no one, Jillian, is talking about shutting down the Department of Homeland Security. They've funded it through February. They're going to try to find some kind of a way to defund the president's program, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I really like Paul Giaugot's take on this, that the president had a chance to choose between an issue and having a solution, working on compromise. And I think with this, it's very clear that he's chosen an issue. He wants this as something that he can just hold over Republicans, really bash them in the press about it, saying that they haven't done anything on immigration when really he's pushing a divisive policy.
But here's the thing, Jillian. The president has tried to get a solution. Marco Rubio, Chuck Schumer, they hammered out a bipartisan deal 2 years ago, and it failed the United States House of Representatives because Republicans wouldn't vote for it. It included border security as well as a pathway to citizenship. Republicans have a huge problem with the pathway to citizenship. They haven't proposed a solution. They haven't proposed how we replace it. They haven't proposed how we fix it. And until they do that, we'll be at a stalemate in immigration forever.
Well, look, this is a divisive issue in both parties. I mean, you've got the divide within the Democratic Party between labor and the minority community. I mean, I think this is something that is going to require a lot of compromise, and putting forth an inflammatory executive action that's legally dubious is not the way to go about it, not the way to force compromise.
Richard, as you well know, I mean, she is correct in that there are many in the African-American community who are saying, hey, we helped elect President Obama, but we've got terrible unemployment, and legalizing, 5 million people, giving them work permits isn't going to help that situation.
But this is in the Democratic Party. It's not a divide and conquer type of deal. There's a lot of African Americans who are of immigrant descent, including myself, who say we need a pathway to citizenship. Right? This is not a zero-sum game here. I think what Democrats are arguing is we need a solution. We need a pathway that's sensible, that's reasonable, that's not instant amnesty, which is not what the bipartisan bill was. The president is okay with that, and now it's time for Republicans to move the ball forward. They can pass the same bill Marco Rubio authored 2 years ago, and the president will sign it today.
There was an amnesty program under Ronald Reagan, and it was supposed to end the problem of illegal immigration once and for all, Richard, and it didn't do that.
No, you're right. I'm not saying that amnesty is the answer. I'm saying we need a pathway to citizenship. The pathway that was hammered out is a long pathway, including having to pay taxes, having to go through a criminal background check, and that's a solution that works for many Americans. 67% of Americans believe that we need a solution to our immigration problems. So let's get to work and get it done.
Yeah, but what the president has offered isn't really a solution. I mean, I think there are lots of Republicans
It's a stopgap measure, Jillian.
It is
because Republicans refuse to move.
Measure, but it's an incredibly divisive one. I mean, I think but
it's because Republicans have refused to move.
I think there are a lot of Republicans that would agree with you that see this is an opportunity to advance a free market for labor, just as we get behind a free market for many other things. But with this executive action, it's incredibly divisive. It's playing on the divisions. I think it's putting Republicans in a position where it's going to be very difficult for them to compromise with the president.
And we see
I think
divisions.
that's the political game.
We see those divisions in this conversation. All right, Jillian Melcher, Richard Fowler, thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.